Guys, welcome back. It is Racer X, and today is actually the second day of the 8 Days of Xmas series that I'm filming. It's 8 straight days of videos leading all the way up to Christmas Eve. And today I've got a pretty fun video planned. I actually want to talk about exhaust systems for either the RT, of course the SRT, the Scat Pack, or the HELLCAT. There are lots of great exhaust systems out there, and keep in mind that exhaust is something that is purely subjective. Some people like it louder, some people like tune, some people like it just ridiculous loud, some people like the stock exhaust. I mean, like I said, completely subjective. So I am going to give you my top 5 picks for the best exhaust for the Charger and the Challenger. It should be a fun one. Also, guys, if you are new to my channel, do me a huge favor, go hit that subscribe button. I have all sorts of fun stuff coming up, obviously moving through the end of the year and moving on into 2021. And guess what? We are off. We got the 1,000 horsepower helmet. God. I do want to make a couple of qualifying statements before I get into my list. Now, a lot of these manufacturers, they'll claim that they make more power than all the other manufacturers. And truth is, at the end of the day, there's really not a discernible power difference between any of these. And most of them really don't make that much power. So I tried to make my decisions really based on, one is sound, the most important thing, and then of course build quality and fitment. I tried to take all that into account when I made my list, and hopefully it will help you guys out. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first system on my list is from a company called Stainless Works. Now, Stainless Works, really good quality stuff, and this exhaust system is no different. Full 3-inch system, obviously stainless steel being Stainless Works, but their tips on this thing are actually quite nice. You can either go with the polished tip option, which is a little bit extra, or you can reuse the factory tips, but it does just have that one muffler right in the middle, but a very good quality system. It sounds fantastic. Well put together. I'm actually going to put a sound clip in here for you. Take a quick listen. The second system on my list is from Borla. Now, Borla has a couple of different options, and I've run Borla exhaust on several of my cars. They make a fantastic product. So they actually have a touring option, which is a more quiet exhaust system. They've also got a really loud and wild exhaust system called an Attack ATAK. I'm actually not a huge fan of the Attack, but I know a lot of people do actually really like it. The system from Borla that I actually like the best is the S-Type. Now, that one is kind of their middle of the road, but it has the most tuned sound to it. Now, this is actually a 2 3/4 inch system. It's not the full 3-inch system like some of the others here, but it has plenty of flow. It has a straight through design. This one actually reuses the stock exhaust tips, but it's a fantastic product. It sounds really, really good. And as I had them on my Vets before, and I just really like the way a Borla S-Type exhaust sounds. And as you know, one of the things I do want to mention, sometimes people are running headers with these and it wakes them up a little bit more. Sometimes people don't run cats, and it all changes the sounds of these. But typically when I hear a car run by that has a Borla S-Type on it, I can always identify it because it has a really nice, pure tuned sound to it. So I will give you a quick listen to the Borla S-Type. The third exhaust system on my list is from Corsa. Now, Corsa has a couple of different options for you out there. They actually have an Extreme system, or system they call the Corsa Extreme. That one actually is kind of a wild exhaust. It's sort of like the Borla Attack, and a little bit of an acquired taste, but the system I actually like the best from them is the Corsa Sport. Now, this, once again, is a 2 3/4 inch system. It reuses your factory exhaust valves, but you do get the choice of either either a polished or black tip on this, whether it's the Charger or the Challenger. I think with the Challenger you do get the quad tips, but a very nice exhaust system indeed. Once again, you're looking at mandrel bends, stainless steel, all the good stuff you would want, and a really, really nice X-pipe on this one. And the sound coming out of the back of that thing, once again, very distinctive. A nice low grumble on the Corsa Sport. And let me give you a quick listen to this. The fourth system on my list is actually from a company that may not be quite as well known as some of these others. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but it's a company called AWE. And their system, very, very nice once again. Now, this is a 3-inch system on this one. Now, you get your choice of tips on this. You can either do chrome or black. This is actually the exhaust that my good buddy Rob runs on his Charger 392, his SRT, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. And there's a couple of different ways to set it up. If you have headers, you can do a resonated touring to kind of keep your sound level down a little bit. And of course, if you're not running headers or you're not going catless, then you can do a non-resonated touring, which is a little bit louder. Of course, they're going to be about the same sound level. I mean, you can kind of configure any way you want to. But once again, very, very good quality materials, the stainless steel, the mandrel bends, all the stuff you would want. A very nice looking exhaust system. And it is just a very good quality product and sounds fantastic. Take a listen. And last but certainly not least, you guys probably knew it was coming. It is maybe my favorite exhaust on the list. It is MagnaFlow's XMod. That's why I run it on both the Challenger and the Charger right now. I mean, what a premium system. Matter of fact, I want to show you the exhaust tips, and I want to talk a little bit more about everything the XMod offers. There is the tip on the Charger. That's the HELLCAT. That thing is absolutely beautiful. That is a little over 4.5 inches on the diameter of that one. And then, of course, on Mrs. X's car, you've got the exact same system. This is the Challenger version. You can see quad tip carbon fiber. That is real carbon fiber. And it really, really makes a statement out behind the back of these cars. So I know what you're thinking, Racer X, why is the XMod special, especially when you compare it to all these others on the list? Well, as I mentioned, sound is subjective, and not only does the thing sound great, but when you talk about a premium quality exhaust, the XMod is everything and more. And yes, it is the most expensive exhaust on the list, but you're talking about an exhaust that is configurable, meaning you can easily put the mid mufflers in the system or take them out. You also have valve deletes in these systems that you can take out. So there are lots of ways to configure this sound so that it's really to your liking. So you've also got V-band clamps on this particular system. It's the only one of the bunch that features V-band clamps, stainless steel mandrel bent, a lot like the other ones. But you're also talking about that Helmholtz resonator out the back, so that means it's not going to drone on you. And just when you talk about quality, it really is one of the not only best sounding, but one of the best quality exhaust systems on the market. It really doesn't get much better than MagnaFlow's XMod. I'm super, super pleased with it. Matter of fact, here are a couple of sound bites of the XMod. I also want to point out really quick that all of these exhaust systems come with essentially a lifetime warranty. I think Borla's is 1,000,000 miles, so chances are that's the same thing, right? So anyway, they warranty their products, all of them made with very, very good quality materials, and because sound is subjective, there's really no right or wrong to this. Now, I know I wanted to give you my top 5 exhaust for the Charger or the Challenger, and I feel like I've done that. Now, I do want to make just really quick mention, if you happen to be local to the Dallas area, I've got to give a huge shout out to my buddies up there at Kinneys on the north side of Fort Worth, because they are one of the best exhaust shops really in the country in my mind, and they're right here local to me. Now, they have the system. They did the mid-muffler delete on Mrs. X's cars you may have seen. Also, they have the full tunnel ram system on this HELLCAT. They've got the exhaust on the Subaru right now, and there's a reason I take my cars up to those guys. Now, it's a fully customizable exhaust shop, so I just want to put it out there. If you're looking for a fully customizable exhaust, you can kind of vary how loud you want the thing to be and exactly what you want it to sound like. You can pick out your custom tips, and it's all welded together really, really nicely, and they're extremely meticulous. So that particular exhaust, an exhaust from Kinneys, if you're local to Dallas, may be another fantastic option. I can't leave those guys out of it because, as you know, I've been running those guys' exhaust for a while, and they are fantastic. And that about wraps it up for my summary of my top exhaust for both the Charger and the Challenger. Now, I do realize that, like I said, sound is subjective. So you may say, oh, Racer X, you forgot about this one, or you forgot about this one, or how can you not like this or that? Guys, your list may be entirely different than mine. I kind of just gave you my personal take, my opinion on what I feel like is quality, what sounds good, just really good quality exhaust out there that you can run on your car and really, really enjoy. So hopefully you guys agree with my assessment. If not, it's okay. Put your comments down below. And also, stay tuned for the 8 Days of Xmas, day number 3, tomorrow. And that is it for this one. I really appreciate you sticking in there with me, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.